Okay, let's get started. Hello! Hi! We're here. We're ready. No nose can stop me now. Knock on all the wood. Woo! Hi. Hello. Welcome. We're here. We're not gonna let We're not gonna let a bloody nose stop me. We're not gonna let sickness stop me. We're just not gonna let any of that stop me. We're gonna go. We're gonna play this game. We're gonna have fun before I am not gonna be here because the world wanted to spite me. And by the world, I mean I had things that I just accidentally scheduled over. And then I just kind of had to deal with the fact that I scheduled over it. You know, that's just how it be. I have nothing else really to say. Let's just get right into the fucking game. Please show up. Thank you. Alright. Here we go. I have nothing else to say. We're just gonna get right into this. We're gonna get right into this. Right back where we started. Wallace got arrested for the teacher's death. And we're like, that's bullshit because we were there. We know it wasn't him. Is this audio level good? I want to double check. This does not feel good. But also this might just be quiet music. I don't know. We're just gonna do this and see how it works. Alright, we're figuring it out still. It's been a few hours since Wallace was arrested. And by that, I mean a week. You and Celeste were with him during the lockdowns, so the Inquisition had to take your statements. But the more they questioned you, the more they could tell that they had doubts about your testimony. You'll need to do more if you want to establish an alibi for Wallace. Oh, we did this part. I think. That took longer than I expected. We've already lost a lot of time talking to the Inquisition, but we should be free to roam around now. Where should we go first? The crime scene sounds like a good start. We still need to figure out what actually happened. Ruby said that the body was found in Lecture Hall 2B. It's in the west wing of the school. Alright, that seems to be a good place to start. So let us move to here. Whoa. That's the... Wow. Oh, hello there!
Hey, somebody there!
Oh, that was the first voice that came to mind, and we're gonna stick with it, even though that doesn't look like what he would sound like. As you try to enter the classroom, you're stopped by one of the Inquisition Knights. I'm the defense attorney for the accused. We have a right to investigate the crime scene.
Yeah? From what I've heard, the kid doesn't have an attorney yet.
Right! You haven't been able to talk to Wallace about that yet. It's quite alright, let him in. Oh, hey, Aria! Hey, thanks. It's quite alright, let them in.
Lady Steelwind?
Do not call me that. Ooh. While you work under me, you will address me as Prosecutor Steelwind.
Yes, Prosecutor Steelwind.
What's that smell? As you enter the classroom, you find yourself inhaling a sour and rancid odor. Stench is overwhelming you that your eyes begin to tear up. Don't worry, you'll eventually get used to the smell. What are you even doing here, Steelwind? I'm here to coordinate the investigation. Look around the crime scene. There isn't a single Inquisition Knight in the room. Isn't that the Inquisition's job? Due to the circumstances, I've decided to handle this case personally. Well, since we've got you here, we could ask you some questions about what happened. I realize I read that wrong. I don't care. Can I assume that you're planning to defend the case? That would make you my opponent. What do I have to gain from helping you? Alright. Fair enough. Right. However, I would be willing to answer your questions, but only if you answer some of mine as well. Oh, okay. What could she possibly want to ask you? Questions for us. Miss McCoy, it's my understanding that you were adopted. Jesus, alright. Would you happen to know who your birth parents are? Hey, isn't that too personal of a question? You agreed to answer my questions, didn't you? But I didn't think you meant... It's fine, Tyrion. I'm fine with answering if it helps Wallace. No, you're not. You're sad. I don't want to make you sad. I don't know who my birth parents are. I've never tried looking for them. I see. If I recall correctly, your spell compendium only contained one spell. Considering your upbringing, how did you learn Mage Blade in the first place? I bought a scroll from a merchant a few years ago. It had Mage Blade spell formula on it. But I know more than one spell now, actually. Just learned a few new spells today. I'm sorry, spells? As in plural. How long did it take you to learn these spells? A few hours, I think. She learned multiple spell formulas within a few hours? Ooh, she's a prodigy. What was that just now? I see. Well, I think that's all I need to ask for now. Okay. She's sharing information about the investigation for that? Why is she so interested in Celeste all of a sudden? Anyways, so let's talk about the fucking odor, Jesus. I can't take it anymore. That smell is driving me crazy. What is that? Crazy? I'm not gonna do the bit. From what I understand, there was a bit of an accident a few days ago. Happened during one of the classes that the headmaster was teaching. He misreads the instructions for an alchemy experiment, and as a result, he accidentally produced this rancid-smelling vapor. Vapor? It's not poisonous, is it? Of course not. I wouldn't be standing here if it were. Could have fooled me. It's just extremely unpleasant to the senses. Cool, formula classroom, or foul classroom. Jesus, I just completely misread that entirely. Foul classroom smell. Weeks ago, the headmaster performed an alchemy experiment incorrectly in Lecture Hall 2B. Resulting chemical reaction produced a rancid yet harmless vapor that still lingers in the room. Okay. Weeks ago. That's crazy. Do you know what happened here, Steelwind? Well, it all began with the City Watch received a call from the Academy. Supposedly, there was an attack on campus grounds and the entire building was put on lockdown. That was just now, yeah. The City Watch set up a perimeter around the building while they waited for the system to deactivate. What? Couldn't the Academy have let them in once the scene was secure? I'm not sure about the specifics, but supposedly the lockdown can't be shut down manually. You'll have to ask one of the Academy's admins if you want to know more. Anyways, you two were also present during the lockdown, am I correct? Did either of you see anything suspicious? No, but we actually met the professor that morning. She was still alive then. I see. That does match with the accounts from our other witnesses. Do you have any idea where she went after she left the library? The headmaster gave us express permission to be here. If you have an issue with that, then take it up with him. Huh. I'll have you know that I was on my way to do just that. I realize all of my female voices are just sounding exactly the same. And I plead oopsie daisy. I'm trying my best. She said that she was going to meet with the headmaster. He also mentioned that when I questioned him. She attended the meeting as planned. If the headmaster met with Bellwether, you'll probably want to speak with him next. She must have found her way into the classroom afterward. Would you happen to have a map of the academy? I do. I have extra copies if you'd like one. Yeah, I would. Huh. What is it? There's only one direct path. Excuse me. There's only one direct path from the headmaster's office to the lecture hall. But I wonder if she took any detours. Alright. Imperial Academy map has been entered into your notes. A map of the Imperial Academy at display on this sneeze. God. Excuse me. The headphones started falling and everything. I bit my tongue a little bit. Ow. Okay. Map of the Imperial Academy. It displays the general area where Catherine Bellwether was seen that day. I want to look at that, please. Okay, jeez. Alright, storage hall, lecture hall 2B, like, kitchen, Imperial Library, headmaster's office. And then over there, which I don't think we need to look at, is lecture hall 2J, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So from here, you would have to go up the stairs, past the kitchen, all the way to lecture hall 2B. But the only way to get to the headmaster's office is here. So it's not like this was on the way. Because that's where I thought this was going to go. It's like, Lecture Hall 2B is like right here. Like, I was thinking like around here was going to be where the headmaster's office is, but I guess not. Okay. Well, okay, more questions. How was the body discovered? Do you know how the body was discovered? Let me look at the audio levels. I just want to make sure that I'm not too quiet or too loud. I think I am a little too quiet. I'm just going to do that. Also, the music is ramping the fuck up. Yeah, check something real quick. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I figured. Okay, sorry, I had to look at something. Do you know how the body was discovered? 2 members of the kitchen staff spotted her collapsed inside this classroom. They reported the situation to the campus admin while they attempted to save her life. But it was too late. The professor had already passed away by the time any healers arrived. Those 2 staff members, who were they? I believe their names were Valentina and Valerie Ionis. They're apparently sisters. No way. Orem was the one who collected their statements. Did he notice anything off about their behavior? From what he said, they had a few quirks, but nothing too suspicious. Quirks? Yeah, like My Hero Academia. Dumb joke, sorry, I'm gonna stop that before I even finish it. He told me that they were running and spinning around him during questioning. What does that mean? Oh, are they gonna... Oh god, I can't wait for their sprites. They're gonna be quirky. What does that mean? I have no idea. Perhaps they were still on edge after finding their coworker murdered. Huh, you'll definitely want to speak with those staff members. Got it. Who discovered the body? The body was discovered at Lecture Hall 2B, Valentina and Valerie Ionis, 2 members of the kitchen staff, according to Commander Orem White. They were blah, blah, blah. Okay. And finally, why is Wallace a suspect? We've already told the Inquisition this, but Wallace was with us the entire time. He couldn't have committed the murder. Yeah, he has a perfect alibi. Strong, maybe, but his alibi is far from perfect. Miss McCoy herself told us that. There was a small time period when she wasn't with him. What? Right. It was when I came to check on... Oh my god. It was when I came to check on you after you knocked over that shelf. I got a little lost on my way back to Wallace. But still, we only lost each other for a few minutes. That may be, but unless his alibi is airtight, the evidence in the room proves that it was him. What do you mean? It will be easier to explain once you examine it yourself. Okay. Oh, Tyrion, I almost forgot. Since this is our first official case together, I wanted to show you something that I learned. Okay. What is it?
Arcanum.
Whoa! That was a voice line! That was cool. Reperio Arcanum! What was that? That is an incantation for the Detect Magic spell. Detect Magic? Wait, does that mean... Yep, we can see magical traces while we're examining crime scenes now. Let's go! That's sick! Detect Magic. Your bodyguard Celeste can now cast the Detect Magic spell. While examining a location, press the Detect Magic button to make magical traces visible. If there are any magical traces at your location, you'll see a colored overlay. I want to do it right now.
Arcanum.
Okay, so we got a little magic here. There's a trace of illusion magic next to the body. We believe that the suspect donned an illusory disguise immediately after murdering the victim. Using his disguise, he discreetly made his way back to the library unnoticed. Can we stop using he, him pronouns because we don't know if it's Wallace? You bitch! Sorry. It's so telling that she's like dead set it's him. I mean, fair, whatever. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Illusory disguise. He only knows necromancy. Because I think it's necromancy. Using his disguise a secret. Okay. Oh, wait, no. I didn't read that line. Oops. Using his disguise, he discreetly made his way back to the library unnoticed. Assuming that Wallace isn't the murderer, the real killer must have used a similar disguise, which means that no one would have seen them leave this classroom. It'll be harder to find any witnesses that saw the perpetrator. Okay. What? What's wrong? There's a trace of necromancy on the body. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's what. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Necromancy? Isn't necromancy the type of magic that creates undead? She's not just going to get up and walk away, right? We're honestly not sure. That's part of the reason why I've stationed myself here. But what does that have to do with Wallace? Oh, you didn't know?
I did. I do. I literally just rewatched that bit of that stream to make sure I remembered shit.
Didn't know? Wallace Nightgrave is a necromancer. He's a what? We believe that he drained her life force completely using a necromancy spell. That's why there are no visible wounds. Here's the autopsy report. It'll tell you everything about what you need to know. Autopsy report, Catherine Bellwether. Died at 2:01 p.m.
Oh, I started my stream at 2.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn, so by that metric, she died 20 minutes ago. That's crazy. Body shows no signs of cuts or bruising. The alchemist's report has verified that death was not caused by poison or disease. Interesting. Body shows traces of necromancy and illusion magic. Cause of death is not apparent, but is very likely caused by necromancy magic. Well, once we get his spell compendium, this would really... I'd like to know. But in the modern day, even the Inquisition doesn't commonly deal with necromancy. They're all on edge about what other spells he might have used. So, I'm here to make sure that nothing unholy happens to the body. You can't believe it. You've heard stories of necromancers before, but why would Wallace be studying something like that? But even if Wallace is a necromancer, aren't there plenty of other mages who can cast necromancy spells? This is an academy of mages, after all. No, there are no laws against it. But the knowledge required to learn necromancy is heavily controlled. No one in their right mind would dare teach necromancy beyond basic healing magic. Frankly, I'm surprised even one student at this school is allowed to learn it. I can see why. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. But because of this specific piece of evidence, we know that he's the murderer. But it's still too convenient.
Oh, she doesn't fully believe it even.
Okay, here's my thought process. I'm going off of, like, video game logic. This doesn't make sense in, like, a real how humans would work here. But I feel like what might have happened is Wallace brought her back to life temporarily after finding her dead body to ask her some question or to something or whatever, right? And that's why there's necromancy on her. I don't know why he would have done that, but that's my thought process, is that he brought her back to life temporarily and then she died again, and then Wallace was with... I don't know. That's the first time you've seen a thought from Steelwind. Normally, you can only see thoughts of people who are stressed or excited. She seems stressed. You doubt that Miss Steelwind is excited, so something... So is something causing her to be stressed? Is there something you're not telling us, Steelwind? Because something tells me that this case isn't as straightforward as you claim it is. If you truly believe that, then why don't you prove it? The eye can't see any more thoughts from her. She must be subconsciously guarding her mind now. But she's clearly hiding something. Okay. We've detected all the magic. That's a sick as fuck. That's sick. I love that. Anyways. I can't believe the professor is dead. We just saw her this morning. There's a chalk outline around where her body was. It appears that most of the blood came from her abdomen. Is that where the fatal wound was? There's a lot of blood in this puddle, but there's no trail leading to it. Oh, that was me. Oops, sorry, I just wanted to mock your voice. And there aren't any magical traces anywhere else in the room. I doubt the murderer used magic to clean it. Doesn't that mean that the murderer attacked her in this room? Maybe, but it's hard to say for certain. Blood stain under the body. That's a cool icon. I love that. There's a pool of blood where Catherine Bellwether's body was. The location implies that she bled from her abdominal area. Okay, okay, well, there's some stuff we can examine, but I don't know how much of it is important. Damn! It's a painting of some sort of musician. He's got that fucking Waluigi stash. This is the third Waluigi, or like the third, like, Wario brother. It's a painting of some sort of musician. There's some text written below it. Dr. Nicholas Gosu? inventor of the Arcane Engine. His work revolutionized trade and travel across the seas. He was well known for not discriminating between the common folk and the nobility, judging his assistants based purely on their merit. When he wasn't conducting research with the Imperial Academy, he was known to compose symphonies for the king in his free time. Looks like he was a man of many talents. Dude, okay, so 2 things I just want to say right now. Just because I'm so... Yeah, I love this shit. First of all, I love both, like, the spells, which we don't have here, but, like, the spells and this kind of, like, icon that looks straight out of some kind of, like, magic game. Like, this is some World of Warcraft, like, ability icon or some shit. I love it. I've never played World of Warcraft. That was just the first thing that came to my mind. But, like that kind of icon, I love this. It just fits the vibe entirely for this, like, magic society. Same with this, but this is more of, like, an ability icon, I feel, and I love that so much. And then number 2, I love the world bidding. Bidding? Yes, I love bidding off the world. No, I love the world building of this, where it's like, I don't know if this is case relevant, but if it's not, it's just a cool detail that they just added. That's awesome to me. I love it. Sorry, this game is so cool. This must be where the students sit during lectures. I can't imagine sitting in one place all day. She's like me, for real, sorry. Have you never attended a school before? No, we never had a proper school in Cornhaven. I mainly got my education from books that my parents bought from traveling merchants. What about you? I used to attend a public school in my hometown, but after Miss Tamora adopted me, she handled my education personally. Oh damn, you went homeschooled. Oh, she was depressed. No, I didn't mean to click this. No thank you, no thank you, no thank you. What was this? The lecture hall has a window with a view. I feel like I'd just stare outside all day if I had to attend a class here. She's just like me, for real! She just like me! Okay. You're not much of a student, are you? She just like me, for real. That's crazy. I just can't spend hours sitting in one place. I need to move around. She's just like me, bro! She was pretty antsy while you were studying in the library earlier. How have you learned so many spells if you're so distractible? I don't know. I just learned spell formula and cast stuff. Bro, if that... Alright. Celeste is like, that was so fast she became my favorite character. She just like me, for real. Okay. I mean, she was kind of already in my favorites, but now she's my favorite. I love her. I see. Is that not normal? It's not normal, but it's the best thing. Okay. Oh, books. Oh, they have books here too. They appear to be textbooks about alchemy. Aw, lame. Okay, well, is there anything else to, like... I just want to make sure I don't miss anything here. Okay, well, it looks like I've investigated everything I can here. It's not like, anything new to talk about? No. Alright! Can we present her with... Can we present this and see what happens? What do you think about this, Miss Steelwind? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't say much about that. Okay, well, then we're just gonna leave. Oh, damn, we got a lot more areas. So we got the Inquisition Barracks, Imperial Academy Foyer, the kitchen, which we probably should go to, and the headmaster's office. I want to go to the barracks. Actually, headmaster's office is where where she was supposed to meet, so maybe we should go there first. But we're gonna go to the barracks eventually. Follow the map that Steelwind gave you, and you arrive at the headmaster's office.
Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting guests today.
Sorry for coming unannounced. You must be...
My name is Theodore Redmond. I'm the headmaster of the Wyvern Guard Imperial Academy.
Just want to point out that I remember when I first saw this dude in that one flashback, I was like, ah, yes, the voice I gave the judge, Freddy Fazbear, and then now I've entirely changed it because it just feels more right. Or not entirely changed it, but still. Theodore Redmond, headmaster.
And judging from your appearance, you must be a protege of Ruby Tamora. Or the protege.
Also, I just want to point out, arcane art, illusion. Let's write that down, people. The arcane art is illusion, and we saw illusion in the room. There was illusion in the room where it happened, and he knows illusion. We're writing this down. I'm not saying it's Theodore, but we're going to keep him as an option that it could have been Theodore because he has illusion. Just gonna write this down. So, oh shit.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Did I miss anything? Did I just not read that? No, I did read that. Okay.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Fuck! I don't want to do your voice. They must be here to investigate the murder. Wait, Eris? I thought you went to see Wallace. Unfortunately, the Inquisition is questioning him right now. They aren't allowing visitors. He must be so scared right now. I hope he's okay. Right. She had the same experience not too long ago. How do you forget that?
If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
We'd like to question you about the murder.
This is terrible. To think that one of my prize students would be accused of murder.
We heard your voice in the intercom when the lockdown happened. I knew it was him, yeah. Are you the one who triggered it?
Yes, I activated it when I received a call from one of the staff. They reported the Professor Bellwether had been attacked.
Okay. So the headmaster activated the academy's lockdown system in response to receiving a call from security. This call reported that Catherine Bellwether had been fatally wounded. Got it. How does the lockdown system work?
It's an artificial network that covers the entire academy. In the event of an emergency, I can activate it using this stone.
Headmaster pulls out a glowing stone from his desk. You can hear the hum of magical energy emanating from it.
Once activated, the system creates magical barriers throughout the building. It's designed to contain and protect each room in the building.
Could a powerful mage breach any of these barriers?
I doubt it. The barriers can withstand a great amount of force. They even block mages from teleporting through them. And once activated, even I can't turn it off for an hour.
Interesting. The Academy's lockdown system... So it's only for an hour. Okay. Academy's lockdown system is a system of artificery that covers the entire Academy building. Once activated, it creates magical barriers that isolate and protect each room in the building. These barriers can't be breached with physical or magical force. They also block mages from teleporting through them. Okay. Interesting. I also just want to look at this real quick. Every command is good, but there was something about these voice lines can only be changed or adjusted by the Academy headmaster. Can we just gonna have that. Headmaster's not looking too. I'm not trusting headmaster so far. Because this says, right? So these things that have her voice, I know what it is. Hold on. I'm getting it. 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 The girl, hold on. When did she die? When did she, 2:01 p.m. When did the lockdown happen? Because what I'm thinking is the Catherine Bellwether we saw was one of these things, and this thing was changed to have the things we heard her say in the like from because of him, because he's the only one who can change and adjust them. And the illusionary magic is this being changed to look like her, and so when the illusionary magic that's at the scene is his magic that turned this into looking like her. I am so fucking smart. Get me the fuck out of here. I figured it out. I am very confident that that's going to be wrong, but right now that's where I'm going with this. So I'm just throwing it out there. I really don't trust you, Headmaster. What can you tell me about Wallace? Earlier you said he was one of your prize students. Oh. I just need to understand. Why did the prosecutor say that he was a necromancer?
Because technically, he is one.
What? But why would he study something like that?
Necromancy is probably one of the most dangerous and most scrutinized schools of magic. Its image has been long tainted by stories of dark wizards raising armies of the undead.
I mean, can you blame him?
However, it doesn't just control the forces of death. It also controls the forces of life.
Forces of life?
The truth is that healing magic is also classified as necromancy. Most healers don't care to admit it because of the stigma it has.
Oh. So is it like necromancism? That's cool. I love this world building. Sorry, I love it. It's so cool.
But that's why Wallace is studying it. He wants to become a doctor.
But there are plenty of mages who know healing magic. Why is Wallace being singled out?
For years, he's been studying necromancy beyond basic healing magic. He believes that high-level necromancy could revolutionize modern medicine.
Fair.
Unfortunately, many among the faculty don't see it that way. Wallace doesn't hail from a noble house. He's a mage that was born among the common folk.
That can happen?
I guess adoption, yeah, like Celeste.
He's like me. He just like me, for real, for real. Sorry, just like earlier fucking me screaming, she just like me for real, and now she saying, basically, he just like me for real.
Many of the faculty fear that he'll use his knowledge to raise armies of undead, just like the necromancers of old. Imperial Academy isn't even permitted to teach it to students beyond basic healing magic.
Then why did you allow him to study it?
After everything that has happened to him, I made an exception.
Everything that has happened to him?
I'm not at liberty to say more. You'll have to ask him if you wish to know more.
Fair. Yeah, it's probably like personal shit and confidential school records. Yeah, I get that. All right, Wallace's spell compendium.
If you plan on defending Wallace, you'll need his spell compendium. Am I correct?
Yes, having a client's compendium is instrumental to acquitting him.
You may find that a bit difficult. You see, after a certain incident, he destroyed his compendium. What? Why would he do that?
Doesn't he need that to use magic?
A spell compendium is a device mages use to keep track of what spells they can cast. It's really convenient for remembering the formulas and incantations of your spells.
So he doesn't really need one if he can just memorize that shit.
But it's not actually required to use
Yeah.
I thought of destroying mine a long time ago, but they're really expensive. Luckily, I have an untattered spell compendium right there. I'd be more than happy to give it to you if it helps Wallace. Thanks. Wallace just needs to maintain physical contact with it for 10 minutes.
Sorry.
After that, the compendium will attune to his magic. Just make sure you don't let another mage like Celeste hold it. Once it attunes to a mage, no one else can use it.
Okay, unattuned spell compendium. Can I hold it? Am I in danger when I hold it? An unattuned spell compendium. If a mage keeps this on their person for 10 minutes, it will attune to their magic and display what spells they can cast. Once it attunes to a person, it can't attune to anyone else.
Wait, but then how do...
Girl, if you don't stop it! If you don't stop erasing shit, I'm gonna kick your ass! I'm gonna fucking fight you! Stop it! It's scary, it's creepy, and weird, and I don't like you! I don't like you making my game glitch and changing history and changing what people are saying to go with your shit! I don't like you!
Also, I just noticed that the thing around his like vest or robe thingy, it says HM, like headmaster. That's clever, but So- I don't like her.
Wonderful! I just hope you can persuade Wallace to attune it.
No one is pointing it out. No one is pointing out her shit.
Okay, so let's talk about Catherine. We're just gonna move on, okay?
What can you tell me about Catherine Bellwether?
Kind of a lot, I guess. You can tell me a damn lot about her. Shit. Wow, that's a whole mess of emotions.
She was rather unpleasant to work with.
So you have motive. Can you think of any enemies she might have had? You might as well list everyone who attended this school.
Eris.
It's best to be blunt with these sorts of things. As you saw yesterday, she had a pretty abrasive attitude towards the students. Many people in this school did not care for her. Maybe she wasn't the nicest person, but would that really be enough to motivate someone to murder her? She'd often target and harass students, especially those who were from the common folk. She even made a habit of expelling those students for minor infractions. For commoners, magic can be our ticket out of poverty. Can't imagine how it'd feel to have that opportunity unfairly taken from you. She put too much pressure on those students. Damn. Okay, look. I just want to know who did it, so I can, like, you know, maybe give them, like, a fist bump or something. I'm just saying, she does not sound great. It sounds like some people I know, and I hate those people. So, just saying. Just gonna throw it out there. You know? She put so much pressure on those students. Some of them even left the academy of their own volition. They couldn't handle her constant verbal abuse. Even then, why would that really be would that really be enough to motivate to commit murder?
I could see it. Depends on how fucked up she was. And also how mentally stable the actual murderer was.
The human psyche is a fragile thing.
Exactly, she gets it. While changing history, but she gets it.
It's astounding what someone might do when pushed far enough.
What about her relationship with the faculty?
In some cases, it was worse than...
Okay.
In some cases, it was worse than it was...
It was worse than it was... Oh, okay, no, yeah.
In some cases, it was worse than it was with the students. She'd often treat the staff like her personal servants. I've received many complaints from them about her behavior.
Sorry if this sounds rude, but why didn't you just fire her if she was such a big problem?
She used her position to curry favor with the noble houses over the years. As you can imagine, the Academy's board is controlled by the nobility. If I ever tried to remove her, they would probably support her over me.
Interesting. That gives...
So what you're saying is, there were no legal means to get her out of the school's picture. Everything. Ooh, I'm telling you. I am telling you. Everything is pointing to this fucking headmaster. Ooh, Theodore. Ooh, that was your name, right? That was your name was Theodore? Yeah, Theodore. Ooh, it's not looking good for you. And granted, it could just be my own personal bias of now saying it's you, and then like everything else I'm able to connect it to you through my own twisted means. But still, I'm just saying. Granted, that could also... No, I don't think the firing part could really pin it to Wallace at all. Catherine Bellwether had a tense relation with just about everyone in the academy. She had a history of bullying students of the common folk and mistreating the academy staff. For several years, she used her position to curry favor with the noble houses. Got it. She's an asshole. Let's talk about your meeting with her. I heard that you had a meeting scheduled with Professor Bellwether this morning. What time was this? And when did the meeting end?
Our meeting was scheduled for noon. She arrived on time, and our meeting lasted until 1 p.m.
So she definitely... Time adds up for her to be murked. Okay. Did anything seem off about her to you? From normal?
No, she seemed to be her usual self, and it made me shit my pants, apparently.
You detect a trace of fear. Or is it nervousness? I don't know. 4 icons for all the emotions on the spectrum can kind of vary. If you don't mind me asking, what was the purpose of your meeting?
We met to discuss routine administrative matters. Despite our personal disagreements, we knew to stay civil when discussing professional affairs. But she scared the fuck out of me, I'll tell you that. But to be perfectly honest, it did always feel like I was treading on eggshells when speaking with her.
But you were her superior, weren't you? Didn't she respect your authority?
We had many arguments about how I was managing the academy. She was very vocal about her distaste for the common folk students. She was difficult, to say the least.
I don't know why I said difficult like that, but also... okay. Which line was it? We had many arguments about how... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. So my first thought when I read this was an argument that could have gotten so heated it led to murder, right? Two things wrong with that. One, that would have mean that the murder would have happened here. And the pool of blood and the magic doesn't work like that, I think. So, magic, wait. Maybe, wait! Thought. A thought. I don't understand necromancy magic. I don't know what spells Wallace has, but theoretically, I am pulling so many strings out of my... I'm figuring it out. Maybe Theodore coerced Wallace into being an instrument in this crime to stop the blood flow, because necromancy is both the art of death and life, right? And blood is like life juice. Weird way to phrase it, because it sounds like I'm pulling this out of my ass, but just hear me out. So maybe he stopped the blood flow, put her there, and then the blood flow came back, and then he that's why he's involved, baby. That's why he's involved. He stopped the blood flow. It did happen in this room. This was the room where it happened. But also, so my first thought was an argument that, got so heated that he killed her, right? The other thing, though, everything is pointing in my head, everything is pointing to Theodore, that it feels like it's not him. You know what I mean? Like, it's clicking too well for it to be Theodore. You know what I'm saying? It's clicking way too hard to be Theodore. But also, that brain blast I just fucking had. I'm gonna leave it.
She was difficult, to say the least.
Okay. Can we present anything to you? Oh, this was that. Let's talk to him about this. Steelman told us that you had a bit of a mishap in Lecture Hall 2B.
Yes. I was filling in for the...
Hold on, let me try again.
I was filling in for the alchemy instructor when I accidentally misread the instructions she left. I'm quite embarrassed to admit that my old age is catching up with me.
I love you. You're still probably a murderer, though, but, I love you. You're so silly, goofy old man. I want to know who this is. Who is this? It's a painting of someone. He looks like some sort of professor.
That's Professor Lucas Gilbert. He was an instructor here many decades ago.
He is fine.
He was well beloved by the students here, and he was quite the accomplished scholar. And this was all despite him lacking the ability to use magic.
Really? He studied magic without actually being able to use it?
Yes, he was quite remarkable. Unfortunately, we lost him to illness very early in his life.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let's talk about... he looks like Robert Downey Jr. I don't know why I'm getting well, maybe not Robert Downey Jr., but someone like that. It's a painting of a mage, but he doesn't quite look like a noble.
Oh, that's Jason Steelwind.
Oh.
One of the chosen mages of the Scaled Lord.
Wait, Steelwind? As in...
Yes, he's the earliest recorded ancestor of House Steelwind. Legends say that the Scaled Lord bestowed his power upon him and his allies to create the first mages.
Wow. It's hard to even tell that he and the prosecutor belong to the same bloodline.
As with all the noble houses, House Steelwind had quite humble beginnings.
If only they'd remember where they came from. real. Okay, I don't... Ooh. It's a small table for guests. Is that wine?
No, actually, it's just apple juice.
Nice.
Most of my guests are students, after all.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything really to get from the... Oh,
Arcanum.
nothing. There's nothing here. Okay. I don't think we have to investigate here. Let's go to the kitchen. I want to see what fucking happens in the kitchen. Hello? Is anyone there? Be right there. Oh my god. I remember seeing this design on their Twitter. She's pretty. Anyways. I feel like she would have a country accent. I don't know why. That's just the vibe I'm getting. Maybe it's my way of making not all the female voices exactly the same. And also, I don't know if I could do a country accent. I'm gonna mute my mic and find out. Okay, it's kind of ass, but in like a funny way, so I'm gonna do it. And let me get water actually first. Okay. Sorry, but the cafeteria is closed right now. Actually, we're here to investigate the murder. We heard that 2 members of the kitchen staff discovered the body. Oh, that would be me. I'm Valentina Iannis, right? Iannis? Anus. I'm Valentina Iannis. I love her. Look at this pose. That's so like fucking charming. And, it's such a charming little pose. Valentina Iannis, kitchen staff. Wait, if I just don't say anything, does it like go off? Oh no, I was hoping it would just go and just slowly go off the screen. How about the other person? Do you know where they are right now? Oh, that'd be my sister Valerie. But I think she's somewhere else on campus right now. If you're with those knights, we've already told them everything we know. Actually, we're investigating separately from them. What was that noise? Hold on. Sorry, there was I don't know. I went away the second I turned on my mic because I was hearing like some noise, but it might have been the game or something. I don't know. Actually, we're investigating separately from them. I wanted to ask you some questions about what you saw. Sure. I'm gonna have to remember those details again. Oh. Details? What details? Valerie? What did you see? To start, can you tell us how you and your sister discovered the body? Right. My sister and I were walking in the hallway from the kitchen to the west exit. We spotted the professor in a nearby classroom. She was lying on the floor and bleeding. Oh. Why are you angry? That's interesting. I expected the other two. Why are you angry? Interesting. I used an emergency communication device to call for help. While I was doing that, my sister tried to wake her up. Fear. That would imply that Valerie thought that she could be resuscitated. Okay, I've never seen that word spelled, to be entirely fair. That would imply that Valerie thought that she could be resuscitated. Did she know if the professor was still alive or not? We're not sure, but she wasn't responding at all. She wasn't breathing and she didn't have a pulse. Okay. What do you know about the suspect in this case? His name is Wallace Nightgrave. He's a student here. He's that scary kid, right? The one that raises undead? Those are just rumors. Sorry, inside joke, but I'm just gonna real quick actually, let me redo that. Hold on. Let me redo that real quick. Give me 1 second. I need to send this to a friend because it's a fucking inside joke and she's gonna fucking lose her shit. Okay. There we go. Alright. Those are just rumors. He would never do something like that.
But he studies necromancy, right?
Have you ever actually met him?
No, but I've heard the rumors. He's always hanging around at the cemetery. I'm sure he's just biding his time, waiting for his chance to raise an army.
It can't be helped that people think of him that way.
But you can't help but be a little annoyed on his behalf.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Catherine. What could you tell me about Catherine Bellwether? Ooh, you don't like her. That's clear. To be fair, I don't think anyone is liking her. Yet another set of complicated emotions.
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. She was a horrible person. She was really terrible to all of us.
By all of us, do you mean the Academy staff?
Yeah. She always treated us like her personal servants. Sometimes she'd make messes on purpose just so she could order us to clean it up, and you do not like that. This probably sounds terrible, but I'm sure a lot of people are glad she's gone. I just hope we can still keep our jobs.
Yeah, don't blame her. Also, this country accent is just dissolving, basically. Okay. Well, keeping your jobs. Did you ever feel like your job was at risk because of Bellwether?
Yeah, actually, right now, conveniently that you said that. She was actually planning to fire all of the staff.
All of the staff? That can't be true, can it? The Academy needs the staff to function. She can't do that. Who would do that? Why would you do that? That's a stupid thing to do.
I'm not sure about the details. That's just what Jan told us.
Who's Jan?
He's one of the Academy's custodians. You could probably find him cleaning the halls if you look around.
Do we have anything else we can ask her? No. I don't think there's anything here that's really relevant to her. Bloodstain, Bellwether's reputation. Actually, maybe... What can you tell me about this, Miss Ionis?
Sorry, I don't have much to say about that.
Okay, never mind then. I thought maybe she would have, like, been like, was the bloodstain there when you entered the scene? Is like, yes or no? And I thought that would have helped, but I guess not. Oops, wait. Let me go back to the kitchen real quick. I want to see. Celeste, this room is close to the crime scene. Could you cast Detect Magic and scan for magical traces? She doesn't like that idea.
Sure. Did he just say scan for magical traces? I'll just get out of your way then. Wow, she just bolted out of the room.
What's that about? Yeah, she's not good at anything.
Arcanum.
Nothing. Wait, there's nothing here. Why did she freak out? Okay, hallway, I guess. You spot Valentina again. She's speaking to someone in a blue collar uniform. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love him. Could he be the custodian that she mentioned? He looks so friendly. Oh, he looks so friendly. Valentina Ionis, question mark? Oh, is this your sister? This is your sister then. This is Valerie.
Jan, where have you been? You still haven't fixed the plumbing in the kitchen sinks.
Someone just died. Can't we take the day off for once?
You're causing trouble for me and Valentina.
Yeah, this is Valerie then. They look exactly the same, that's the thing. Alright.
You're causing... what do I do for her? Do I want to keep the country accent and then just like... I don't know what to do for you.
Honestly, I'm gonna give Valentina and Valerie the exact same voice. That's what I'm gonna do.
You're causing trouble for me and Valentina. Please be reasonable.
Wait, why is Valentina suddenly speaking in the third person? Oh, damn, whoa. That angle really just tells you two apart.
Oh, hello. Valentina? Oh, my apologies. I can see why you're confused. I'm not Valentina. I'm her sister, Valerie.
Hello, Valerie Ionis, also kitchen staff. Are you trying to trick us or something?
You look exactly the same!
You remember reading about something like this before. You two are identical twins, aren't you? You're both genetically identical to each other.
Yes, we are.
Maybe I'll just give more energy to Valentina. Wait, this means that she was the one who discovered the body alongside Valentina. Since we have you here, do you mind if we ask you some questions about what happened?
I'm terribly sorry, but I've already spent a lot of time looking for Jan here. I'm really behind on my work, but Jan was also nearby when we discovered the body. I'm sure he can answer your questions.
They are both nervous fucking Nellies when it comes to anything. Okay. Before you have a chance to object, Valerie quickly walks away.
Wait! Do you want me to go after her? I'm pretty sure I can catch up to her.
No, we don't want to scare those two more than we already have. I feel like I'm gonna do that and actually start yawning. Anyways, Valeria? I thought it was Valerie. Wait. Is it Valeria? Valentina and Valerie. Okay, it is Valerie. There's just a typo. Okay. Okay. Anyways, Valerie said that Jan was around when the murder happened. Maybe he saw something. Oh, his name is just Jan. I thought Jan was gonna be a nickname. Jan Hughes, custodian. Jan, was it? Do you mind if I ask you some questions about what happened?
Really? Well, whatever. At least I have an excuse to take a break now.
Cool, awesome. So Jan, you're part of the staff here?
Yep, I'm a janitor. I clean and I do odd jobs here and there.
Well, apparently that's all he has to say about that. Okay, cool, so the murder. Can we talk about that a little more? Valerie mentioned that you were close to Lecture Hall 2B before they found Bellwether. What were you doing when the twins discovered the body?
I was cleaning the halls. Bellwether knocked over a vase and there were shards and dirt everywhere.
Wait, you saw the professor before the twins arrived?
Yeah, like I said, she broke the vase right in the hallway. It was probably 20 to 30 minutes before the twins found the body.
You might have been the last person to see her alive. Did you see where she went after breaking the vase?
Yeah, I think she went into that room over there.
Jan points to the lecture hall that Bellwether was found in. Did you see anyone else enter the lecture hall?
I'm honestly not sure. I was more worried about cleaning the mess she made.
Well, did you notice anything off about her?
She was in a pretty bad mood.
That doesn't sound out of character at all.
But honestly, that's pretty normal for...
Yeah, okay.
She was walking real slow. I didn't notice her at first, and she basically shoved me out of the way.
Because she was an arcane construct! Ah! She was slow and she pushed you out of the way because she is an arcane construct.
After that, she knocked over that vase.
Because she's an arcane construct and she was told to go into that room. That's what she was told.
I didn't even say anything after that, but she still yelled at me to be quiet.
Voice line. Bro, I actually think I got it. Did you see where she went after that?
Not really. The only thing in that direction is Lecture Hall 2B. Can't imagine her going anywhere else.
Jan's statement. Good to know. 30 minutes before Giannis boo. Got it. Okay. Catherine, let's talk about her. Even though we just talked about her, but whatever. What can you tell me about Catherine Bellwether? I've heard that she had a pretty bad relationship with the staff.
She had a bad relationship with just about everyone. Students, the other teachers. I can't think of many people who actually did get along with her.
I'm sure you had your own share of bad experiences with her.
Yeah, she always yelled at me when I was taking too long to get a job done. I hate to say it, but things are a lot more peaceful around here without her.
That's blunt, to say the least. But you can't exactly blame him for thinking that. Okay. Firing the academy staff. Valentina mentioned something interesting. Did you tell her that Bellwether was going to fire the academy staff?
Yeah, I remember that.
What made you think that she was going to do something like that?
You know the arcane constructs in the library? You know the thing that not Valerina, that bitch was? I forgot her name.
Bellwether?
There we go. Bellwether was the one that ordered them.
Oh yeah, they're so cool!
Well, a few weeks ago I overheard a meeting that she was having with the headmaster. From what I heard, she was planning to order more constructs and entirely replace the staff.
So what you're saying is, she wanted to replace the real people working here with artificial intelligence, AI if you will. They should have a strike or something. Sorry, I don't know if that's a bad joke. It's topical, but I don't know if it's a bad joke. Oh. Well, I'm sure the headmaster rejected her proposal.
I don't know. From the way she was talking, it sounded like you didn't have a say in the matter.
Well, she's dead, so I don't like her. But only the headmaster would have the authority to fire the staff. Why would she be that confident?
Dunno. All I know is that she hated having common folk in the schools, even among the staff. She was really miffed that he was hiring common folk from the community center.
She sounds like a not fun person to be around. Supposedly, Bellwether told the headmaster that she was planning to fire all of the academy staff to replace them with arcane constructs. This plan was overheard by Jan, quote, a few weeks ago. Anything else? Nope. I want to...
Repario Arcanum!
Okay, there's nothing. I don't really think there's anything else we can get from you. Maybe we could ask about them?
I just really hope we don't lose our jobs to those constructs.
Well, if there's any silver lining to Bellwether's death, it's that she can't carry out her plan.
Damn, it's kind of heartless, man.
While I do want to catch the real murderer, I don't have much pity for people who abuse positions of power.
Well, I can't blame ya. I'm sure many people feel the same way.
Thought you felt the same. Whatever. Okay, we went there. Let's go in here just see if anything happens. No. Okay. Guess we go to the barracks then. It's over. My life is over. Wallace? Who are you? What do you want?
Fear.
Wallace, it's Celeste and Tyrion. From the library, remember? Oh, right. How are you doing? Apparently not well. Please tell me you're going to get me out of here. I keep telling them that I didn't do it, but they still won't let me go. I'm sorry, Wallace, but they found traces of necromancy magic on the body. Oh, he's afraid. Either just because, oh shit, that makes me look bad, or oh shit, they found my necromancy magic. One of the two, I guess. I'm leaning towards two. And because of that, they're going to push your case to trial. What? Are they going to execute me? This can't be happening. I can feel these walls closing in. I can't breathe. Please calm down. We know that you're innocent. With that said, would you let me represent you in court? Oh, right. You said that you were a lawyer. But I don't really have any money to pay you with. Don't worry about that. For now, let's just focus on getting you acquitted. What? Do they seriously want to help me? No, they want something from me, but... Well, I guess it doesn't matter anyways. It's not like I have anything else to lose. That's not exactly the reaction you were expecting, but at least he's cooperating. First things first, give him the compendium. What can you tell me about this, Wallace? Sorry, I can't tell you much about that. Fine then, let's talk about your alibi. I don't understand. I was with you in the library the entire time, but why do they still think I'm the murderer? Makes no sense. Unless... You told the Inquisition, right? Did you tell them that I'm innocent? Did they frame me? We did, but as we said before, there are traces of necromancy on the body, and with the state of the body, they believe that she was murdered with a necromancy spell. See... Sorry. Apparently, that makes you their prime suspect.
I see.
Wallace, we heard about the type of magic that you're studying.
Don't worry. The headmaster explained it to us already. You just want to use necromancy to become a doctor, right?
I understand that you have reservations about talking about your magic, but in order to build a case for you, I need your spell compendium.
I don't have one.
I know. Eris already told us about that. That's why she gave us a blank one for you to attune to.
Do I have to?
It's your life on the line, and we need all the information we can get to help you.
Sorry, you're right. I'll attune to it.
Alright, Wallace's spell compendium. Dope! Dope! Wallace Nightgrave spell compendium. It contains the formulas for the following spells: Prestidigitation, Mend Wounds, Illusory, Disguise. Oh, that's not good, is it? Revive, Animate Corpse, and Necrotic Blight. Alright, we had this one. This was something that the first dude had, the first killer. The caster creates a simple and harmless visual effect around their hands. Yeah. Mend Wounds. School Necromancy. Incantation. Menace. Gesture none. Duration 1 minute. Concentration no. Heals the wounds of the target over the casting time. Wounds on the target are magically healed without leaving any scars or bruises. This spell can't restore missing limbs, nor can it revive someone who has already died. Interesting. So that would mean that would help with the blood spilling. So that kind of helps my point, or my theory. Illusory Disguise. This does not help. School Illusion, Incantation, Illusio. Gesture none. Duration an hour. Concentration no. Places an illusion on the target to completely change their visual appearance. The disguise moves with the target for the duration. Okay. So, yeah, you could have made... Oh, this is actually not looking good for you. The disguise can make the target look 1 foot larger or smaller. Elements hidden by the spell are made invisible, and elements created by the spell are purely visual. Hidden by the spell, so you can hide her body. Oh no. You cannot make physical contact with it. Revive. You have revive. Okay. I know I read that before, but it didn't click, I guess. School, Necromancy, Incantation, Vivify, Gesture none, Duration instant, Concentration no. Floods the target with life energy in an attempt to resuscitate them. It does not heal wounds sustained. Results may vary, but it cannot resuscitate someone who has been dead for more than a minute. It has to be an instant revive. Got it. Animate Corpse. School Necromancy, Incantation Necros, Gesture none. Duration 8 hours, Concentration no. Reanimates the target using life energy, creating an undead minion for the duration. The minion follows the caster's orders, but its intelligence is limited and it cannot speak. The minion can end the spell prematurely, but will only do so if ordered to by the caster. Once the spell has ended, the undead will return to being a dead body. Necrotic Blight. Necromancy, Incantation, Blighto. Gesture, point index finger. Duration, instant. Concentration, no. Pulls all of the life energy from the target, resulting in instant death. Spell does not wound the target, nor does it leave any physical evidence, but it still leaves a magical trace. So, basically, this is really bad for us. You understand the reason why he's studying this type of magic, but the spells in his compendium are still pretty gruesome. It's a little terrifying that spells like this even exist.
Sorry, I know I was being difficult. A long time ago, I showed my compendium to someone I trusted. After she saw my necromancy spells, she told everyone in the academy. It's also when Professor Bellwether started coming after me.
I'm sorry. That must have been hard for you. But at least you had Eris.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, God.
How did you and Eris become friends anyways? I am terrified for the answer.
Another hint of fear from her. Are her fears related to Eris? Yes.
Oh, it's a bit of a strange story. Sometimes the other students would steal the ID number off my locker. Then they'd switch it with the one on another locker. They thought it was funny whenever the owner got angry with me. Eris had a bit of a reputation around our school. I'm not sure why, but everyone was scared of her, even the students from the nobility. That's probably due to some baseless rumors.
She's got some fear of her. They have history in some way.
One day, someone switched my nameplate with hers. I was so scared when she approached me, I couldn't even say anything. But she didn't get angry like the others. She just apologized and gave me back my nameplate. After that, she randomly started talking to me whenever she saw me. We became friends after that.
That's nice. It's a good thing he was able to find a friend in a place like that. Alright, let's talk about necromancy.
So, I have to ask, if it's caused you so much trouble, why are you still studying necromancy? I want to use it to become a doctor.
The headmaster told us the same thing, but you could have just stopped after learning the healing spells. Why are you learning spells that can steal people's life force and raise undead?
Life and death are two sides of the same coin. That's the key principle behind necromancy. The first undead was actually a failed attempt to resurrect a human using magic. Wow, I never knew that. Right now, basic necromancy can only heal injuries and wounds, but it can't do anything for diseases or deformities. If I could just keep studying, I know that I can create a new type of necromancy. One that can cure diseases and save lives.
He specifically wants to cure diseases. Did something happen to him to motivate him that much?
I think I can already guess the answer to this question, but how was your relationship with Catherine Bellwether? It's exactly what you'd expect. After word got out about what I was studying, Professor Bellwether would always target me. She'd start yelling at me for the smallest mistakes. She'd do that to some of the other students, too. And she'd focus on ones that were poor like me. That's terrible. I'd wake up each day dreading the possibility that she'd notice me in the hallways. I knew how to avoid her and stay out of her way, but sometimes she'd just come looking for me. I can't believe that after everything she did, she's just gone.
You must have mixed emotions about what happened.
Honestly, I honestly don't know how I feel about it. To be honest, I always wish she would just disappear. But now that it's finally happened, I just feel even more afraid. Feels like she's going to come back from the grave and haunt me.
Even with Bellwether gone, his trauma will still probably linger. I think I'm starting to put things together now.
Have you figured something out?
Yeah, I just need to take some time to think through everything. The prosecution wants to implicate Wallace despite his alibi. They wouldn't have reason to do this unless the evidence heavily implicated him. How does the evidence implicate Wallace? We've learned that Wallace is a necromancer, and he's the only person in the academy that's capable of high-level necromancy. A magical trace of necromancy was found on the body. There's a trace of necromancy on the body.
This means that they think Wallace used one of his necromancy spells. Even without seeing the traces, it's pretty obvious that magic was used on the body.
Right, because there aren't any wounds on it. And the autopsy report found no signs of poison or disease. Which spell do they think Wallace used? If I know Prosecutor Steelwind, she probably already has a theory on which spell he might have used. Prosecution will probably argue that Wallace used one of his spells to kill Bellwether. What was it called again? I don't remember the name of the spell. It was the last one, Necrotic Blight. They'll probably say that he used Necrotic Blight.
That makes sense. Necrotic Blight would have drained the life force from her body.
Blood stain under the body has been updated in your notes. This is a pool of blood where Catherine Bellwater's body was. This is strange because she wouldn't have been wounded by necrotic blight. But that's where the contradiction lies. Let's suppose that Wallace did kill Bellwether using necrotic blight. There's something at the crime scene that wouldn't be there if it were true. What is wrong with the crime scene? Bellwether's body was covered in blood. Necrotic blight is a spell that doesn't inflict any visible wounds. There shouldn't have been any blood on the body. But then what really happened? That's the last piece. And if I had to guess, the information we need is being hidden by one of the witnesses who discovered the body. Valentina. She's definitely hiding something. Did you notice how she reacted when we asked to scan the room? Yeah, she ran away. She didn't even try to be subtle about it. With the way she reacted, I think she may have been trying to hide herself from your detect magic, which can only mean that there's a magical trace on her. I wonder what she's trying to hide. There's only one way to find out. Okay. I mean, Valentina, it says she has no arcane art, but that could also be like, we do the spell and it's like, oh, she's covered in necromancy or some shit. Maybe Valentina died however many years ago. I don't know, it's a weird thing. So one way to find out, next time you see her, could you subtly cast Detect Magic and scan her? Alright. It's been a while since we talked to her. Valerie also mentioned that they still had work to do today. She might be back in the Academy's kitchen now. That's the wrong button. Well, let's fucking find out. Those two are finally gone. I can finally get some cleaning done. Okay, there she is. Use Detect Magic to scan her from here. Right. Just don't shout the incantation like you always do. I know that! Alright, here goes. Reparo Arcanum. What is it? There's a trace of magic on her. I knew it, bitch. Which school of magic is it? It's necromancy. She's dead. That is a dead girl. She's a dead girl. She died. She's dead. Was it Valerina? Was it Valerie or Valentina that we just saw? Whichever it is, whichever one we're looking at that currently has a deadness on them is dead. And the other is a necromancer. Ooh. One of them might have done it. I don't know. There's a trace of necromancy on her. Okay, let me... Who was it? It is... Valentina. Or at least that's what it's saying right now. It's Valentina. What? Valentina's magical trace. What do we do now? You're still not sure how this fits in with everything. For now, let's talk to her and see if we can get more information out of her. If all else fails, we can confront her with the evidence we have. We're probably gonna have an argument. Oh, it's you two again! They're back? Okay, just relax. All I have to do is repeat what I told them last time. Fortunately for her, that won't work this time. Let's talk about your magic. Missy Honest, did you know there's traces of necromancy on Bellwether's body? That's what he used to kill the professor, right? A necromancy spell? That's the thing. If that were true, a lot of the evidence we found doesn't make sense. I think someone else cast a spell on the body. Okay, why are we telling her? You know? This does not feel like something she should be told exactly. This feels like very much not her area. But, I don't know, maybe... I don't know. Maybe there's, like, not laws or rules about, like, not telling suspects or whatever. I think someone else cast a spell on the body. Ah, she is no poker face. Is it possible that you saw someone use magic on Bellwether? No, definitely not. Calm down, there's no way they know. Her thoughts are an open book. If you beat her in an argument, her thoughts might show you what she's hiding. Oh, we have a oh, damn, that was fast. Valentina Ionis' psychological profile is complete. All right, can we... Did you see something? Valentina clearly knows more than she's letting on. She found the body alongside her sister and reacted strangely when you mentioned someone may have used magic on the body. What is she hiding? Yep, let's go. Boom, words! All these words! I open my eyes, argument! Miss Ionis, from the very beginning, I felt like you've been hiding something from us. Let me read this. Valentina is more concerned with protecting herself than doing the right thing. She will continue to hide her secrets unless she thinks that doing so is dangerous for her. She sees Wallace as a villainous necromancer and will not feel pity for him. Got it. There's something that you're not telling us about. What are you talking about? My conscience is clear. I told you and the Knights everything I know. I got nothing to hide. I need to stay calm. Okay, what are these options? Use this against claims that contradict the piece of evidence. Use this against claims that contradict thoughts. My conscience is good. So I guess intuition. Use against claims that contradict the displayed emotion. It's one of these. This one, I guess? Missy Honest, what you're saying and what you're thinking are clearly different. What does that even mean? Well, I don't really know what you're talking about, but I'm telling the truth. Use the eye and look through for emotions. Find out which one of the inconsistencies of the claim and choose. Okay, then it's this one then, right? There we go. Missy Honest, it's clear to anyone how nervous you are. I can practically see the fear you're emanating right now. Just tell us the truth. It'll be a lot easier for the both of us. Let's say I were hiding something, which I'm not, by the way. I don't have to tell you anything. Why should I tell you anything? I know my rights. Okay. Appeal. My client is innocent. By withholding your testimony, you're condemning him to be... That's not right. You have nothing to lose by telling us what happened. I know that you're not the she's not to threaten her, because she's only gonna do shit if she thinks she is in danger and her self-preservation. You've already given your statement to the Inquisition. If the truth comes out, what do you think they'll do when you Yeah. You've already given your statement to the Inquisition. If the truth comes out, what do you think they'll do when they realize you lied to them? Who are you protecting, Missy Honest? You talk a big game, but I bet you can't actually prove anything, can you? You think I'm lying to protect someone? I don't know anyone who can use magic. I don't even know any mages, and I definitely didn't see anyone use magic on the body. Okay, well, you have magic on you. Can't hide the truth from us, Missy Honest. What? You said that you've never seen a necromancy spell before. If that were true, then why is there a trace of necromancy on you? Wait, what? There's a trace of necromancy on me?
I won, bitch.
What? Did she not know about the spell that was cast on her? No, that doesn't make any sense. If she didn't know about the trace, she wouldn't have avoided Celeste back then. There must be an explanation for that. You successfully argued against Valentina Ionis. Talk. Necromancy on you! This is crazy! Why is there a trace of necromancy on me? Am I going to die? Am I going to become a zombie? That's strange. Is she really unaware that the spell was cast on her? Or is she playing dumb? Why doesn't Valentina know that the spell was necromancy? She knows that someone used magic on her, but she doesn't know that spell was necromancy. The spell... cast... No, that doesn't make sense. Spell... The weapon contained... No. The spell, the room, the witness... Or whatever. Killed her, hid her, attacked her. Hid her? The spell... cast on Valentina hid her. No, Valentina should have noticed someone casting a spell on her. Healed her? Calm down, Miss Ionis. Not all necromancy spells relate to the undead. Healing spells are also from the school of necromancy, so I guess she was hurt and healed, and therefore that's why necromancy is on her. Healing spells? Oh, it was from the time she healed that cut. That implies that she knows the mage who studied healing magic. Could that person be a student here? Sorry, I just remembered that there's something else I have to do. I'll be right back. Oh, God. Hey, come back here! Ugh, she ran away again. I can catch her. There's no way she can outrun me. No, the Inquisition is still stationed around the surrounding areas. It'd probably intervene if we started harassing one of the witnesses. That's true, but we weren't able to learn anything. Actually, I did learn one thing. She has a friend who cast a healing spell on her. Really? How'd you figure that out? Good deductive reasoning. Wow. Well, healing magic is also a form of necromancy, right? I guess that explains the trace on her. It's a good thing we know Wallace. Otherwise, we might... Oh, wait, why did I think that was Tyrion? Otherwise, we might have also thought that a necromancer was trying to kill her. Wait a minute. That's it! What? Did you figure something out? This whole time, we've been wondering why there's a trace of necromancy on the body. It isn't because someone attacked Bellwether with necromancy spell. It's because someone used necromancy in an attempt to heal her. Oh, I see. It doesn't matter what type of necromancy spell someone uses. Spells from the same school of magic leave the same type of trace. It's not just that. The body clearly has blood on it. Wait, spell. Mend wounds. Heals the wound of target over a cast of time. Wounds on the target are magically healed without leaving any scars or bruises. Can't restore missing limbs, nor can it revive someone who has already died. That's what it is. Okay. I'm still trying to think about the illusion. Illusory disguise does not help him. See, that's what I'm confused about. And there's no way that she's only a foot taller than him. He's 16, she's 34, and... See, their height difference I could... Well, actually... I don't see him being 6 foot, and I don't see her being 4 foot anything, so... Maybe... Yeah, maybe these two actually are a fair height similar. But... Okay, so he tried to heal her, but she was already dead, so all he did was remove the wound. Okay, I'm getting it now. What would happen if someone used a healing spell on a wounded body? It would close all of that body's wounds. Okay, well, I didn't even need to go into the fucking court record, or the... What is it called in this game? The clues. Is this just the... What is this? What is this called? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it would close all the body's wounds. In other words, it would remove any cuts or bruises. Well, interrogating Valentina may have been a dead end, but it still gave us just what we needed to win this case. Huh. I'm not sure that was a dead end. What do you mean? It's not... Hold on, let me readjust on my chair. It's not that suspicious that she asked someone to heal her if she injured herself. But if it's only that, why would she go to so much trouble to hide it? It's too coincidental. The wounds on the body were healed by an unknown person. My guess... Oops. My guess is she's secretly some kind of mage. My guess is Valerie is a mage who knows the art of necromancy purely for healing and stuff. That's my thought. And that person who found the body is hiding the identity of a healer. They have to be the same person. I guess that makes sense. So, what do we do now? Valentina is definitely onto us. I doubt we'll get a third chance to speak with her. Hopefully, what we have now is enough to acquit Wallace. You've done everything you can. Use what you've learned to poke holes in the prosecution's case. If it doesn't work, you can drag Valentina onto the witness stand and pull the truth out of her. You just hope that what she's hiding is enough to acquit Wallace. Oh. Crime scene. Who the fuck are you? You just seem charming as all hell. Alright. I demand to know why you're holding on... okay. I demand to know why you're still holding on to my rapier. It's a precious family heirloom and I want it back. It's evidence in the current case. Evidence? Okay, what the fuck voice do I give her? Do I British her? I feel the British coming from her. Something about the bow in her hair color, and the everything I'm looking at is just giving me British. Even though, as far as I'm concerned, British people don't have blue hair naturally. But who am I to judge? The platinum blue. It's also, it is a very pretty blue. I will say, it's a very pretty blue in her hair. Evidence? The prosecutor. The professor was killed with necromancy. Was she, though? Why are you asking me? You're the one who's investigating this. I suppose it doesn't matter. Just know that I will bring her murderer to justice, no matter who it may be. Oh, you're saying it's the spoiled noble. Huh. Oh, that wasn't something Tyrion saw. Alright, we're gonna save. And I've only been streaming for an hour and a half, so I kind of want to continue. But real quick, I am going to put music on. Oh, I closed that music tab I had open. Oops. We're just gonna play this real quick. And I'm gonna go on Be Right Back. And I'm just gonna go for a little bathroom break. And I will be right with you in a moment to continue the trial. I don't know why I went so close to my microphone. Okay, I'm back. Let me turn this music off. Also, part of the I'm gonna be real. Part of the reason I wanted to take a break there, let me do that. Part of the reason I wanted to take a break there was so that I could for like uploading the VOD and editing, I can just cut to, or like I can cut it off there and then have this be the start of the. So yeah, if you're watching the VOD for this, hi, we're about to start the trial for case 2 of Tyrion Cuthbert. This was streamed on the same day, which I probably put in the title because I always put the date on the title. By the way, to the people who are watching the VOD, or not the VOD, but like watching the stream, hold on, I'm going to tag myself. I should really get like a bot on like the chat to have something there. But go here. Fucking be here and go see the VODs live. I am still a ways behind currently as I'm like right now. The most recent stream VOD I have uploaded is me playing Honkai in May. So we're a bit behind, but I'm going to get a bunch of these done tomorrow so that they can upload while I'm gone. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Regardless, let's get back into Tyrion Cuthbert, where we're in the courtroom, and it's the game time. All right, it's time for the trial. Just take deep breaths. And relax. Hi, Tyrion.
God! Fuck! Jesus! Celeste! Don't jump scare a motherfucker! God, Celeste?
Hold on, leg got caught on something. Don't sneak up on me like that! Why are you so nervous? It's not as if this is your first time defending someone, but like it's still scary. I can't help it. There's something about this building that just fills me with anxiety. It's too bad Ruby couldn't make it. I'd say that you should calm down for Wallace's sake, but there are so many people here, and they're all staring at me. Their eyes are prying into me like a pack of flesh-eating maggots. Gross. Don't worry, Wallace. Our investigation revealed a lot of weaknesses in the prosecution's case. We have a strong case for your acquittal. Okay. See, you can be confident when you want to be. It's strange. Something is calming about Wallace's anxiety. Damn, I'm panicking, but see this motherfucker even more panicked, I feel better. It's like he just absorbs the tension out of you and into himself. Oh, it's like an emotional sponge. Shut
the fuck up!
I just realized that the judge and Theodore have the same voice. I might change Theodore to the Freddy Fazbear voice like I originally did. We'll find out.
Court is now in session for the trial of Wallace Nightgrave.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready.
Very well. Let's begin with the proceedings. Prosecutor Steelwind, could you please list the charges?
The defendant is a student at the Wyvern Guard Imperial Academy. Mr. Nightgrave is charged with first-degree murder, negligent misuse of the arcane arts, and illegal practice of advanced necromancy.
Necromancy? Do you mean to tell me that the defendant is a necromancer? I can't believe it!
A necromancer in this day and age? How could the kingdom let this happen? Those last two voices were Iris and Holmes, or Sholmes. So they're just there. Your Honor, I would like to remind the court that they should view my client objectively.
Of course, but one can easily see it from the list of charges. Necromancy plays a large role in the charges.
Indeed. The crime occurred within the academy this morning. The victim is Catherine Bellwether, a professor at the school. Although there were no witnesses, the traces of necromancy were detected on the body. Furthermore, the autopsy report shows that the body has no physical wounds.
I see.
Necromancy is the only type of magic that can harm an individual without physically wounding them. Additionally, the alchemist's report shows no signs of poison or disease. Therefore, one can only conclude that a necromancer had committed the crime. As many of you know, necromancy is held under high scrutiny by the Crown. Aside from the defendant, no other students were permitted to learn advanced necrotic magic. As such, the defendant was the only mage in the building capable of committing the murder. I just realized I turned off the chat on my phone, so I wasn't able to look at it. We're good, though. Okay. Wait, did I read that? As such, the defendant was a... Yeah, I did.
I see. That is certainly compelling evidence.
To properly present our case, the prosecution would like to call Commander Orem White to the stand. Yes! My favorite voice to do, bitch. Commander White, please testify to the court about the Inquisition's findings.
Yeah. I get your deal. I'm here. You know, I like to talk, but this is just ridiculous at this point. It started when the City Watch got a call from the Imperial Academy. Someone was attacked and the whole building was put on lockdown. We set up a perimeter around the area and waited for the lockdown system to deactivate. When we finally got into the building, the prosecutor personally inspected the body and detected traces of necromancy on it. There were no cuts or bruises on the body either. The body was clean. With those two pieces of evidence, we concluded that it could only be the necromancer kid that did it. The Inquisition's testimony is just as you expected. You've already found and identified the holes in Steelwind's case. All you have to do is find that hole in the commander's testimony.
Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination.
Damn, we're getting right into it. Okay. I don't think I have to press anything. Start with the city. Well, yeah, we know about that. Span a perimeter. That's not what we're questioning. We finally got the ability of the prosecutor to personally inspect the body. The signatures and necromancy on it. Right, but we're still trying to... So I'm trying to figure out where do I know what I have to press. There were no cuts or bruises on the body either. The body was entirely clean. Would this be where I put it? Because, yeah. Or, probably here, right? With those two pieces of evidence, we concluded that it would be a necromancer kid who did it. Spells. Mend wounds.
Objection!
No, the music's still playing. Your Honor, there's clear witness contradicting in this piece of evidence. Prove it.
I fail to see how that proves anything, Mr. Cuthbert.
Fuck! I guess you're right. Is it here then? Mend wounds?
Objection!
No. What the fuck? Wait. Your Honor, it's clear witness testimony is contradictory. This piece of evidence prove it. Okay. Then is it the blood stain?
Objection!
No. What the fuck? Wait. I know. Okay, we know where we're going with this. Why am I blanking on how to do it? Started with the City Watch. That's not the question. That's not irrelevant. Or that's irrelevant, kind of. Set up a perimeter around the area and wait for the lockdown. Right. When we finally got into the building, the prosecutor personally inspected the body and detected traces of necromancy on it. There were no cuts or bruises on the body either. The body was entirely clean.
Objection!
There we go. Okay. It wasn't entirely clean. There was blood around it, fucker. Commander White, it appears that you neglected to mention one key detail of the crime scene. Yeah? And what's that? During your testimony, you said that the entire body was clean. I will admit that there weren't any wounds on the body. However, the body was certainly not clean. At the scene of the crime, there was a large pool of blood located where the body was. I don't know why I said it like that. At the scene of the crime! This blood came from the victim's body, and it was definitely not clean like the commander testified.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but I fail to see the significance of this.
I'd like to remind the court of the prosecution's case against my client. They are accusing him of murdering the victim using necrotic blight, a spell which would not have physically wounded the victim. Tyrion, let me pull you aside real quick. Technically, they never said necrotic blight. They never said that part. They were accusing him of murdering with necromancy, just like generally. You said necrotic blight. You said, I'm just throwing it out there. So why was there any blood at all? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The fact still stands, there were no wounds on the body, nor were there any reports of poison or disease on the autopsy. There are clearly magical elements in this case. But Catherine Bellwether was bleeding profusely at some point. How else would there be bloodstain on the body? Do you have an explanation for that, Miss Steelwind? I'm dying to know! No, I'll admit that the prosecution doesn't have an explanation for that. And while I do find the circumstances questionable, all the other evidence clearly points to the defendant. Oh, we get these even during trials? Interesting. If the victim wasn't killed with necromancy, why was there a trace of it on the body? I'm glad you asked. I'm really glad you asked. I didn't know how it was going to come up otherwise, but thank you. I'd like to present a spell that could have left a trace of necromancy on the body. Mend Wound.
Mend wounds? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that a healing spell?
That's correct, Your Honor. Spells from the School of Necromancy can control the forces of death and life. You should know this. I feel like as a judge, you should be aware of these sorts of things, especially if we've only seen you in these murder trials with magic involved. I'm just saying, like, throwing it out there, shot in the dark. Come on. Mend Wounds is, in fact, a necromancy spell.
Really now? I wasn't aware of this. I failed judge school, I guess.
Now, I'd like the court to consider the following. What would happen if Bellwether was wounded and someone attempted to heal her missing? What the fuck? Attempted to heal her using Mend Wounds. I don't know where I got that. All of her wounds would disappear from her body.
I see.
Objection!
No. Do you honestly think I'm that incompetent, Mr. Cuthbert? Jury's still out. Frankly, I'm a little insulted. What? The Inquisition is well aware of what happens when a mage attempts to save a victim using Mend Wounds. The healers that arrived at the scene already confirmed that the victim was long dead. None of them attempted to heal her. Right. Well, what if someone tried to heal her and didn't report it? Please, none of the healers would have anything to gain by doing so. In fact, as a necromancer, the defendant could have easily carried out the described scenario. I'm not going to deny that because that was entirely in my thought process. He could have cast Mend Wounds on the victim after murdering her to confound the investigation. At the end of the day, the burden of the proof is on you. But if you could just find out who healed the body, this case is yours. And whoever this healer is Valentina definitely knows her. Your Honor, I will admit that I don't have any evidence to support my theory. However, I do believe that we can bring it to light. There may have been two people that witnessed someone cast magic on the body. Valentina and Valerie Ionis, the sisters who discovered the body. This is nonsense. We've already questioned the two witnesses extensively. If they had witnessed something like that, it would have come up in their testimony. If that's true, then you have nothing to lose by hearing their testimonies again. I added again because I thought it fit better. Very well. If you're so confident, let's hear the witness's testimony.
It seems the prosecution has no objections. However, if this line of questioning leads nowhere, I will see no reason to further prolong this trial. Do you understand, Mr. Cuthbert?
Of course, Your Honor. But I'm gonna kick your fucking ass! Oh crap, it's the guy from before! Is he the necromancer's lawyer? She just got on the stand and she's already stressed out. This could work in your favor. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. My name? Witness, there's no need to be so nervous. We merely want to hear about what you saw on the day of the murder. Right, it's just that guy over there. You mean Mr. Cuthbert? Did this man harass you, witness? Wait a minute. Yeah. He super harassed me. Okay. Well, because of that one word.
How shameful. I would expect a member of our justice system to behave more professionally.
Oh, shut up. Anyways, please state your name and occupation for the court, Miss Ionis. Just calm down. He can't prove anything. My name... Wow. For some reason, I saw the normal text box and I just thought, oh, drop the accent. don't know why that happened. My name is Valentina Ionis. I'm a member of the kitchen staff at the Wyvern Guard Imperial Academy. As I recall, you were one of the witnesses who discovered the body. Apparently, the defense finds your involvement suspect.
And she's afraid.
Rest assured, Miss Ionis, in this courtroom you will be protected from Mr. Cuthbert's harassment. Ugh. Now, please testify to the court on what happened that day. Yeah.
Witness testimony.
I was walking with my sister in the West Wing when we noticed something in a nearby classroom. We looked over to see what it was. That's when we saw Miss Bellwether bleeding on the ground. My sister tried her best to help her, but the professor had already lost a lot of blood. While my sister did that, I used an emergency communication device to call for help. But it was too late. By the time her bleeding stopped, she'd already lost too much blood. Huh, if your theory is true, that means she just lied in her testimony.
I don't think she lied.
She's definitely holding something back.
She definitely saw more than she's letting on. You just need to prove that somehow.
Mr. Cuthbert, you may begin your cross-examination.
I'm gonna press. Even though I know what we need to hear, I don't know where it is.
Where were you two coming from? We came from the kitchen. We were taking a break after the lunch rush.
The cafeteria is on the west side of the academy. It's believable that they'd be on that side of the building.
What did you see in the classroom, Miss Ionis?
Right. Looked over to see what it was. Bellwether bleeding on the ground. Let's press that. Did you notice anything else strange in the lecture hall?
Well, there was the terrible smell. It was awful. I almost couldn't see because of how much I was tearing up.
I was tearing up, not tearing up. Jesus. Tearing it up on the dance floor.
But other than that, I was mostly focused on the professor.
Makes sense. It would be hard to notice anything else. My sister tried her best to help her, but the professor had already lost a lot. She tried to help her?
Miss Ionis, how exactly did your sister try to help Miss Bellwether? What? I slipped up. My sister used first aid to try to stop the bleeding.
I see. Could you please add that detail to your testimony?
Yeah, sure.
This is where we gotta do it. She used first aid and applied pressure to her wound to stop the bleeding.
But the autopsy says there are no wounds.
Where's the autopsy? Necromancy and illusion cause of death is not likely. This is not cut. Yeah. No signs of cuts or bruising.
Objection!
You're full of shit.
Witness, what is the meaning of that?
Hello? We said objection, bitch. Give us our moment. Fuck out of here.
Witness, what is the meaning of this? What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Maybe I can elaborate, Miss Ionis. This is my moment. Get the fuck out of here, Arya. You weren't present in the gallery earlier, were you?
No, I was waiting in the lobby. Lady Steelwind told me to wait there.
Well, I suppose I should consider myself lucky. You see, Miss Ionis, one key element of the case is that the body didn't have any wounds on it.
Yeah, so?
It's amazing that they never realized their mistake the second I say that. So, please explain to the court, Miss Ionis, how did Valerie apply first aid when there shouldn't be any wounds on the body?
What? No, I screwed up. But I saw the wound on her. What happened?
There's clearly something amiss here, but I'm afraid I don't fully understand the implications of this. Are you accusing the witness of committing perjury, Mr. Cuthbert?
When someone lies, they stay as close to the truth as possible while changing minute details. In her thoughts, Valentina said that she was sure that she saw a wound on Bellwether. She also mentioned that Valerie was the one that tried to save the professor. If she didn't try to save Bellwether with first aid, could she have used magic instead? Her sister could be the maid we're looking for. Ugh! The witness was lying, Your Honor, but not about everything. Valerie Ionis did try to save the victim's life by addressing her wounds, but she didn't use first aid. She used magic.
No, he found us out?
Yeah. She is secretly
Objection!
a motherfucker.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but your theory is completely flawed.
How so, Miss Steelwind?
Well, it's quite simple. We've already verified that neither of the sisters are mages.
What?
Wait. How can you be so sure? During the investigation, we had both the Iana sisters attuned to a spell compendium.
Oh. Piss.
It's standard procedure of the Inquisition when interviewing witnesses. Then that means... That's correct. Neither of the Iana sisters could attune to a compendium. Ha! That's right! The Inquisition checked us both!
No. They were dancing around. Hold on. Do we have that? Shit. I didn't read either of those things. But do we have... They were being hyperactive during questioning. Dancing around was the exact wording that Orem used. And I guarantee you, we could bring him in here to get him to say it again. They were dancing around because they're identical. So all they did was they had Valentina do it twice and then act like Valerie the second time.
Damn it!
Or shit, what was the line she had before?
Phew, that was close. Damn it! Were you wrong about Valerie being a mage then?
No, that can't be right. I do kind of wish, I understand why they didn't do this. I do kind of wish that they had the thing of like, were you wrong? And then giving you options here of like, yes, I was, or no, I wasn't, because that adds more gameplay and more like feeling like I'm a part of this rather than just being a spectator. Which visual novels already kind of have that issue, but with this, it's more, if you give us these options, it gives us more to fuck around with. I get why you didn't do that, but that's just my personal wish, I guess. No, that can't be right.
No, he found us out.
Her thoughts said he found us out. That means that you were on the right track. Valerie has to be the mage you're looking for.
These aren't the mages you're looking for.
Celeste, is it possible for a mage to hold a spell compendium and avoid attuning to it?
No, it just needs to be on their person. When I was arrested, the Inquisition also made me attune to one of their spell compendiums. They were really careful to make sure that I did the attunement correctly. There's no way a mage could avoid attuning to a compendium with them watching you.
Right, Commander White may be negligent sometimes, but even he isn't that careless.
Now, if you're done, I do believe that you have exhausted all your options.
Wait! I'm still not done cross-examining the witness, bitch!
What could you possibly hope to glean from her testimony?
Valentina should be stressed out enough to see more of her thoughts, but you can't exactly say that you're planning to read her mind. There's one key element of her testimony that the court is overlooking. I have a right as an attorney to complete my cross-examination.
Your Honor, the defense is clearly trying to buy time.
I might be compelled to agree with you. However, I'll also admit that some elements of the witness's testimony are quite peculiar. We'll allow the defense to perform one more cross-examination. That was close, but know that this is your last chance, Mr. Cuthbert. If you produce nothing substantial, I will pass my verdict. Of course, Your Honor. All right? It's all or nothing. If you can't find anything by reading her mind, this whole case is finished.
Witness, please give your testimony once more. Okay. Damn it. How long does he plan to keep me up here?
Oh, we're going just a different testimony. Got it.
Like I said, my sister and I saw Miss Bellwether bleeding on the ground. We rushed over to her. Ooh, I was definitely surprised when I saw her like that. Now that you mention it, I don't know if I saw any wounds on her, but I definitely saw blood. Can't go back on that now. I just need to play dumb.
Got it. Okay.
My sister tried to save her, but she didn't use any magic. Ugh, Valerie, you're too kind-hearted for your own good.
Okay.
Neither of us is a mage. Both of us had that book the knights gave us. I was caught off guard when they asked us. They almost found us out. The commander was watching us the whole time. He can confirm it. It's a good thing that we're twins, or else that trick wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. There
it fucking is. What are we gonna do? They have pretty hard proof that Valerie isn't a mage.
Valerie is the mage we're looking for, I'm sure of it. I'm just not sure why they felt the need to lie to the Inquisition. More importantly, how did they trick the Inquisition? I know both of those. Cross-examination. Interpret? Oh, interesting. Okay. It's a good thing that we're twins, or else that trick wouldn't have worked.
Objection!
Oh, okay. Miss Ionis, your thoughts betray you. What? You found the thought. They must have done something, but what? Must have happened when Commander White was interrogating them. Orem was the one who collected their statements. Did he notice anything off about their behavior? From what he said, they had a few quirks, but nothing too suspicious. I put the country on her. Quirks? He told me that they were running and spinning around him during questioning. What does that mean? I have no idea. Perhaps they were still on edge after finding their co-worker murdered. Running and spinning. Her thoughts also said it's a good thing that we're twins. How did the twins trick the Inquisition? Means that their so-called trick wouldn't have worked if they weren't twins. Valentina switched places with Valerie. Of course, they switched places! Valentina attuned to the first spell compendium, then she pretended to be Valerie to attune to the second one. Commander White couldn't tell the difference between them. Miss Ionis, there's something I want to confirm. During the investigation, both you and Valerie attuned to a spell compendium. Am I correct? Yeah, that night watched us do it. And how did he have you do this? Did you both attune to those compendiums at the same time? Or did you attune one after another? What? No, wait. Does he know what we did? I failed to see how that makes any difference, Mr. Cuthbert.
Yes, I agree. The spell compendiums would work regardless of what order they went in.
You may not be aware of this, Your Honor, but Valentina and Valerie Ionis are identical twins, which means that their physical appearances are nearly identical to each other. If Commander White didn't have them attune at the same time, what would stop the twins from switching places with each other?
Objection!
Objection! My God. This is clearly nothing but baseless conjecture. Orem wouldn't fail at such a basic task. Really, Prosecutor Steelwind? Do you find it hard to believe that Commander White would fail at a task like this? Wait a minute! This is crazy! We didn't trick the Inquisition! My sister and I are not mages! Then prove it, Miss Ionis! Bring in your sister and we'll have you attuned to two spell compendiums at the same time! No, wait! Yeah, she's getting fucking...
Boom! Order in the court! It's clear that we won't get anywhere unless we test the defense's theory. Bailiff, escort Valerie Ionis to the stand to bring two unattuned spell compendiums.
That's Valerie. Why are they not here at the same time? They've both had their hands on the compendiums for the last 10 minutes. There's no way they can fake it in front of this many people. All right, it's the moment of truth. You can only hope that your theory is correct. No! Did he seriously?
What is it, Prosecutor Steelwind? What do you see?
What I see is Commander White seeking new employment in the near future. It appears that the defense was correct. Valentina Ionis isn't a mage, but Valerie Ionis is. Let's fucking go, bitch! What's more, Valerie Ionis' compendium contains the Mend Wounds spell, which makes the defense's theory entirely plausible. Please, just allow me to explain. We should allow you to explain what exactly. You're an unregistered mage, and you and your sister have made fools out of all of us with your perjury. How would you know what it's like, Lady Steelwind? What? Did you think we didn't notice your name? You're not like us. You don't have to hide. Well, whatever. This whole situation has gotten out of hand. I didn't think hiding it would cause so much trouble. I won't let someone go to prison because of me, even if he is a necromancer. Please let me testify about what I saw. I'll tell you what really happened that day. Also, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna take a real quick BRB. just for a quick second because my ass is hungry and I want to grab a quick snack, and I should be able to do that fast. I realize it's probably like really boring, so I'm just gonna put the music back on for a sec. All right, I'm still dealing with my shit though. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I did not think I would be that hungry. I ate a single slice of bread, and now I have some goldfish. Not goldfish. Fucking. I have Cheez-Its with me, so I'm going to mute my mic every once in a while to eat them. So that's why, because I have not eaten since 10, and my time, it is currently 4:15. So I haven't eaten for a minute. Didn't think I'd be this hungry, and now I'm this hungry. So I'm just gonna mute every once in a while to eat these. I'll tell you what really happened that day.
Very well. But understand that there will be...
Sorry, I had gas for a second. That one slice of bread is kicking ass, I guess. I don't know what the fuck happened.
But understand that there will be repercussions for your actions, witness.
Yes, I know. I understand. I understand my tomfoolery. She like... Sorry. I just like that she goes back and forth. She's like... All right. My sister and I were walking in the hallway from the kitchen to the foyer. Then I suddenly spotted the professor lying in a pool of blood in a nearby classroom. Valentina used a communication device to call for help while I tried to save her. I saw that she was bleeding, so I cast Mend Wounds on her to close her wounds. Kind of what that's for. But it was too late. I closed the hole in her stomach, but she was already dead.
There was a hole in her stomach?
Ooh! Let's go! Your Honor, as you can clearly see from the witness's testimony, the trace of necromancy was left by the witness, not my client! What's more, it's clear that there was a physical wound on the body!
I see. Well...
His words trail off. Clearly, doesn't want to pass a verdict when there's no clear culprit. But he has no choice. The case against Wallace is predicated. I don't know why I said predicted. Predicated on Bellwether being killed by necromancy. With Valerie's testimony, the prosecution doesn't have a shred of evidence implicating him.
Very well. The court sees no reason to prolong this trial. With the new developments, the court has no choice but to find Wallace Nightgrave not...
Objection!
What is she? Okay. I kind of wish I had, like, face cam on so you could see, like, what, like, you know. I believe the court is ignoring one key detail of the witness's testimony. And what would that be, Miss Steelwind? Let's re-examine the witness's testimony. Valentina used a communication device to call for help while I tried to save her. I saw that she was bleeding, so I cast Mend Wounds on her to close her wounds. But it was too late. I closed the hole in the stomach, but she was already dead. The communication device that Valentina Ionis used logs the time of day during each time. From this log, we know that Valentina used the device at 3:04 p.m. I completely forgot to do the voice. I just realized. I just completely didn't do the voice. This was an hour after the time of death. Where are you going with this? Mr. Cuthbert, there was a witness who saw the victim before the body was found, Jan Hughes. He, along with another witness, spotted Bellwether walking in the hallways before the body was found.
I was cleansing the halls. Bellwether knocked over a vase. There were shards of glass and dirt everywhere. It's probably 20 to 30 minutes before the twins found the body.
20 to 30 minutes before the body was found. Do you see the discrepancy, Mr. Cuthbert?
Oh.
Hold on. Yeah, Mend Wounds. Targeted. What? Wasn't there a thing about, like, a time limit? Heals wounds of the target. Consume wounds on the target are magically healed without leaving any scars. Spell can't restore missing limbs. Revive someone who's already died. So, the autopsy was wrong? 2:01, 20 to 30 minutes later, she was already dead. No, I kind of don't, actually. Wait, that can't be right. Bellwether died more than an hour before the body was found. So how did Jan see her half an hour after her death? This. And this. But not from him. From him. He's the killer then. It's Theodore. I was right from the start. Fuck you. I see through your games, game.
I wonder, Mr. Cuthbert, how could one make a dead body move and walk around? No, you can't mean... There was more than one piece of evidence to point to a necromancer committing the crime. The defendant murdered the victim and used necromancy to animate her corpse. See, that doesn't help our case, but however, I do have it out. An undead, created with the Imperial... Completed with it... Damn. Created within the Imperial Academy?
How reprehensible.
That's ridiculous! She had a hole in her stomach when the twins found her. Jan Hughes would have noticed that. Animate corpse stops the flow of blood, so she wouldn't have tracked blood anywhere. The hole would still be in her chest. Do you really, honestly, genuinely believe that either of the sisters, like, took her shirt off or lifted her shirt up to see if there was a, like, actual thing? Like, I don't know. Maybe they did, but it just feels really... That feels hella convenient. Animate corpse stops the flow of blood, so... I mean, yeah. The defendant is also proficient with illusion magic. He could have easily used an illusion spell to hide the undead bellwether's wood. You can't fucking... I guess... Does this do that? There's an illusion on the target completely changes the visual appear. I guess, yeah. I guess it is possible then. Then she just hid the wound with illusory disguise. Okay. But another party could have easily used illusion magic to disguise themselves as the victim. If that were true, how did they move the body to the classroom?
Miss Steelwind, if your theory is true, that would mean that the murder occurred elsewhere. The Inquisition happen to know where?
Regrettably, we do not. I do. I figured it out. The prosecution's case against my client is still faulty. You can't convict my client with more evidence.
I agree with Mr. Cuthbert. With these new developments, the court sees it fit to suspend the trial for the time being. We will give law enforcement time to investigate these unknowns. Court proceedings for this case will resume tomorrow morning. Are we serious? Court is adjourned.
Wait, are we seriously going to another... That was such a short trial, right? Hey, are you feeling okay? A body is seen moving around an hour after death. Clearly wasn't Bellwether. Or at the very least, she wasn't alive when this happened. But, wait... I'm gonna eat a Cheez-It and then think really hard. Cause... Didn't the guy who's locked up... It creates magical barriers that isolate and protect each room in the building. These barriers can't be breached with physical or magical force. Also block mages from teleporting through them. Does it block arcane I don't think it blocks arcane constructs. Or magical force, but that... Magical source, mystic force. That might be... This might count on that? I don't know. Because it feels like they definitely specify a difference between magic and artificery, which this is artificery. Magically infused artificery, but still artificery, right? I don't know, it just feels weird. So, what was it? Tyrion? There's illusion magic involved. There has to be. Yeah. Lucitory this fucker into this fucker. But which spell was it? Could it have been illusory disguise? Tyrion! What? You've been quiet since the trial ended. You're making me worried. I'm thinking. Sorry, I was just thinking about what Steelwind said. You mean about her theory? It's a little creepy when you think about it. Do you really think someone turned the professor into an undead? I don't think so. The prosecution's case hinged on one clear fact, that Wallace was the only high-level necromancer nearby. We have to assume that he's the only person capable of using that type of magic. But then, how is she walking around? I do know, but I'm gonna act like I don't. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It's a given that Wallace didn't touch the body, so we can discount the use of high-level necromancy. No matter what, someone used an illusion. But aren't there spells that can create freestanding illusions? Not just disguises? I honestly don't know. You need to talk to someone who knows about that type of magic. Wait, didn't Eris say that she was studying illusion magic? And she might be able to tell us something like that if it's possible. Is that really a good idea? What do you mean? What if she's the one who created the illusion? Oh, fear. What? You're detecting fear from her again. Celeste, are you scared of Eris? What? No! I saw it this morning, too. You always get really scared when she's around. Oh, thought I was doing a better job of hiding it. Sorry, it's not based on anything real, but for years I've been working as a mercenary. When you do that kind of work, you build up an instinct to sense danger. Kind of have to if you want to stay alive. Sorry, I never knew. Tyrion, I've fought literal monsters and barely escaped with my life. When I'm near Eris, none of those creatures come even close. I get this feeling. It's like I'm in front of a predator that I couldn't ever hope to beat. Every instinct I have tells me to run whenever she's close by. Because she's fucking demon. Really? But she doesn't seem that dangerous. I know. I think maybe I'm just anxious or something. I should know better than anyone not to judge people by their appearance. Sorry, forget I said anything. If you think we should talk to her, then we should do that. You're not one to discount Celeste's instincts. She's always been reliable, and if Eris is making her scared, that must mean something. But if Eris really is that dangerous, then that's all the more reason to talk to her. But aside from that, there was also something else that the prosecutor said. That was my flashback sound. Mr. Cuthbert, there was a witness who saw the victim before the body was found, Jan Hughes. He, along with another witness, spotted Bellwether walking in the hallways before the body was found. Along with another, yeah. She said along with another witness. That means that there was another witness that saw Bellwether walking around. Right. Jan probably isn't the most reliable witness, yeah. So, talking to the other person might help us figure out what happened. But do you think Stillwind will tell us who that witness was? At this point, we won't lose anything by trying. In any case, it looks like you have your work cut out for you. So, where should you start first? Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here just for the sake of having a good, like, cutoff point. Oh! That's a interesting place to go to afterwards. But alright, I guess. We're gonna wrap this up here. Yeah. I still think that I'm pretty spot on for what happened. I think I am very spot on for the entire plot. I definitely think that those statues are what was moving around. That would understand why she was like saying stuff that didn't really make sense, like be quiet and just walking through shit. But I don't know. I could be entirely wrong there, but I think I've got it because they all sound like her anyways. So, anyways, thank you for everyone to come by. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll get some VODs uploaded for you all while I'm gone. I don't know how possible that is, but I'm gonna try my best. Yeah. So, thank you everyone who came by. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye!